Good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don and the Storm Prediction Center, the Southern Union State Community College Severe Weather Center this afternoon. We've got a couple of thunderstorms creeping up on us today, and one of those storms has gone severe. So let's jump over there to the radar and let me show you what I'm talking about. The National Weather Service just issuing a severe thunderstorm warning now for Lee County. Or a special weather statement has been issued. Let me get all this together here. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Russell County in southeastern Alabama. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Russell County in East Alabama. At 4:52 p.m. Central, a severe thunderstorm is located near Seal, or 14 miles southwest of Phoenix City. Movement was to the northwest at around 20 miles per hour. So you folks in Lee County are going to have to watch out for that one. And the hazard with this storm is a 60 mile per hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. All right, so the other advisory just coming from the National Weather Service is a special weather statement from the National Weather Service. And just bear with me, I'm trying to get it to load here right quick. This is a strong thunderstorm will impact portions of west central Talladega, northeastern Shelby, and south central St. Clair counties through 5:30 this afternoon. At 4:56 p.m., Doppler radar is tracking a strong storm over Coosa Island or near Pell City, moving southwest at around 20 miles per hour. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour with this particular storm. So the two storms the National Weather Service is talking about is this one up here near or just north of Talladega, right there along I-20, and it's moving to the southwest. We'll zoom in on that right quick. For those of you who are listening to us on God's Country and the Classic, up in this area of Talladega County, right along the Talladega-St. Clair County line, just south of Pell City, right there over the lake. This is a pretty nasty storm. Put that thing in motion, and it'll take a few minutes for all the frames to loop, but the Weather Service says it's moving to the southwest at around 20 miles per hour. So that's going to mean Pell City, you're probably going to be okay with that one, even though the northern end of it may clip Pell City as it moves to the southwest. Down here around Vincent, right along the St. Clair, Talladega County line, are the areas that need to be concerned about that particular storm. Talladega, that probably stays a little bit to your west. We'll watch and see. These summertime thunderstorms are hard to predict because they change in size and intensity as they move slowly. So they can back build, they can collapse and then rebuild close by in a different area. So if you're in the area of this storm, pay attention to it. Now let's move down here in Chambers County. First, we'll talk about some storms there around Dadeville, between Alexander City and Camp Hill, right there along 280. From Daviston, a very small storm up there, and then back down toward 280 around Jackson Gap. A bigger storm, but that's still pretty small as well. Then scattered isolated storms down there around Kalijah. Over here in Chambers County, we're going to go a little closer. Let's go to street level on that one. That is going to be between Milltown and the Randolph County, Chambers County line, just to the east of Milltown. And that one is also moving to the southwest. Relatively small storm there. Then we go over here in East Chambers County, from Standing Rock all the way down the Chambers County, Troup County line, the Alabama-Georgia state line. Big, heavy thunderstorm right here. From just east of 5 Points all the way back over to almost Lee's Crossing. Very heavy rainfall. West Point Lake is just socked in right now with very heavy rain, lots of lightning, maybe even some pea-sized hail where you see those areas of pink. So just torrential rainfall, though. That's the biggest threat with this storm right now. And then we get down there around Lynette. Well, let's go back north because we just got a volume scan update, and you can see the areas that are covered by that heavy rain. And then down here around Lynette, especially just to the northwest of downtown Lynette, a horrible ride from Lynette back up into northeastern Chambers County. And I know folks work down here around Lynette and travel all the way back up into Randolph. Not a good idea to travel that road right now. Stay away from it. Just hunker down where you're at. Let this thing move on through. That is some serious rainfall taking place right there. And that stretches all the way down here to I-85 near Valley, and then all the way down into the extreme southeastern corners of Chambers County. And then it cuts back over into Harris County, Georgia, crossing over I-85, and then gets down here to the Waverly area, just to the southwest of Waverly. And then it continues all the way down here south of Columbus. And then down here in, let me zoom out just a little bit, south of Columbus, just north of the Omaha community. That's not in Randolph. We're talking down here along the Alabama-Georgia state line. Just east of Hurtsboro. That's a nasty storm right there. And that's the storm that the National Weather Service is warning for this afternoon. That core right there, just to the east of Highway 431, just east of Hurtsboro, or just south of Columbus, just north of Eufaula, to give you an idea on exactly where this is. And we're going to see if we can get the watch warning overlay to populate so we can show you. Okay, the blue colored counties are special weather statements. So there's one for Chambers County. And this says a strong thunderstorm will impact portions of southeastern Chambers County through 5:30 this afternoon. Doppler radar is tracking a strong thunderstorm over Lakeview or over Lynette, moving southwest at around 15 miles per hour. Hazards with this storm include 40-mile-per-hour wind gust. It is radar indicated, and that is going to be, again, we'll go back to Chambers County, and that's going to be for this area of the storm, just northwest of downtown Lynette, and it's moving to the southwest. So it's moving in this general direction. So Highway 50 from Lafayette all the way back to Lynette, not a good idea to be traveling that this afternoon. And it's moving to the southwest. So if you're down here around Casita, Oak Bowery, down here in southern Chambers County, this is what's coming your way, this line of storms. Now, this is a little bit backwards. Normally, we don't see our storms move to the southwest. Normally, they move southwest to northeast. Now, this afternoon, they're moving northeast to southwest, which is practically backwards. So make sure you understand that when you're looking at the map and you hear that there's a severe storm in a certain location. Understand they're moving backwards from the way they normally do. So if you think you're behind the storm and it's moving away from you this afternoon, you may be in front of the storm and it's moving toward you. So make sure that you understand that. But that's a nasty line of storms right there from just south of Roanoke, really, all the way down to Columbus, and then it stretches all the way down to Eufaula. Again, that is moving off to the west-southwest. Up here in our home county of Randolph, right now everything looks pretty good, with the exception of the extreme northern end of this line, which is developing right there along the Chambers County, Randolph County line, just south of Roanoke, right along Highway 431 from just north of Welch, back up to right at the county line up there at, we turn to go to LaGrange, from Welch all the way back up right there along the Chambers County line. And then over here in Milltown, that storm seems to be fading a little bit, though we've still got some lightning output over here, so be careful there as well. So I just happen to be sitting in front of the computer. I'm still on vacay. No, not really, but officially I am. and thought that I would jump in here and tell you about what's going on out there. We did expect to see an increased number of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. And I think this will continue for the remainder of the day. If you're not getting rain right now, there's a 50-50 shot you will before the afternoon is over with. As you can see, it's kind of, for the majority of Alabama, looks like those popcorn storms we see in the afternoon during the summer, with the exception of this line developing from Roanoke all the way down to Columbus and back down to Eufaula. That is an organized line of thunderstorms, and at least part of that storm down here in Russell County is right on the edge of being severe. It has gone severe. It's dropped below severe limits, but it looks like it's ramping back up now. So you see that huge concentration of lightning down there. That's a clue. That's what we call a red flag, that that's the heaviest part of the storm. And then when you get back up here just north of Columbus in Harris County, southern Harris County, right there along I-85, lots of lightning popping right there as well. Around that stretches up to around 316, and then it comes back over into Alabama along the Lee County, Chambers County line, and then stretching up to near Lynette, back up to 5 Points. That part of the storm, there are two areas in Chambers County that catch my eye, and it's this area between 5 Points and Holiday Park, and then again down here from Lynette, almost all the way to Lafayette and back down to Casita. All of that, again, moving to the southwest. So you folks down here in Waverly, you folks up here in Lafayette, Casita, normally you would look at this radar shot and you would say, well, that stuff's moving away from me. I have nothing to worry about. Not today. This is moving toward you. It's moving backwards. So make sure you understand that. And as this line continues advancing to the southwest, hello, Opelika, Auburn, Alabama, Notasulga, eventually over here in Tallapoosa County, Dadeville, Budston. You're all going to deal with this line of thunderstorms as it advances on off to the southwest this afternoon across Alabama and Georgia. Now, let me take the NextRad profile off and go back to the composite. And we're going to put this in motion. And so you can get a little better idea of the direction these storms are moving this afternoon. For some reason, NextRad's giving us a hard time with the loop. So there we go. Again, the Blue County, Chambers County, that is for a special weather statement. Also a special weather statement this afternoon up here in Talladega County. And St. Clair, that's for a severe or a thunderstorm that's not severe, but it's awfully close up here along I-20 that's moving back into St. Clair County, running right along the Talladega County line. That should probably stay out of most of Talladega as it moves off to the southwest. But you see what's happening back over here in our coverage area of East Alabama and West Georgia. And that is a nasty line of thunderstorms moving out of Georgia back into Alabama and moving to the southwest. All right, so I'm going to go up here and take a look at the chat room right quick while you guys watch the radar, see if anybody has any questions. Good afternoon, Glenn Morgan in Lafayette, Alabama. It is Lafayette in Alabama. It's Lafayette in Georgia. Them folks in Georgia don't know how to talk. Be careful, I live over here now. Sheila Haney, you're welcome. Wedowee, Alabama. Tamika Turman, thank you for watching us this afternoon. She's in Montgomery. Let's take a look at Montgomery right quick. Think everything's okay down there for now. You've got some showers coming your way, but that storm headed toward Montgomery out there on the northeast side is fading away. You see this thing, it kind of got strong up there in Wetumpka after it left Tallahassee, and then it's headed for Montgomery, but right now that storm is showing signs of weakening. Now, Tamika, if this line that's coming across the Alabama-Georgia state line holds together, you may have to deal with this down in Montgomery in a few hours. But right now, everything looks pretty good in the capital city. There's Sandy Knight. Hello in Lynette, Alabama. You guys just had a gully washer down there in Lynette. It is moving west, so it's moving away from you now. So things should be improving in Lynette. Marlon Stewart's watching us in Roanoke. Good afternoon, Linda Oates. There's Becky Fox in LaGrange. Mary Keel's watching us in Buxton. Mary, y'all be careful down there. You got a pretty nasty line of thunderstorms coming your way. Snow, I just was talking to someone else that's down there in Montgomery. Right now, I think everything's going to be okay in Montgomery. Got some rain coming your way. Skies may look a little dark, but I don't see anything severe in the immediate future for Montgomery. Beverly Pike is in Rock Mills. Pam Ford down there in Auburn, Alabama. Pam's baking cakes, I understand. And so you just let me know when I need to come pick mine up, Pam. I'll be there. Deborah Williams, good afternoon to you. Ryan Wilkerson listening from Center Chapel, Alabama. That's over in Randolph County. Candace and Alan Heron watching us. Nothing for Randolph right now other than we do have that strong cell right there in extreme northern Chambers. Let's see if I can get back down there to it. Actually, it doesn't look that strong anymore. It blew up there for just a minute, just to the east of 431, right along the county line. But now it looks like we've got another cell growing over there on 22, just south of Dickert. Now, it's not severe. I mean, by no means is this severe that we're looking at in Randolph County. But there's a little bitty spot right there, maybe right there at Ellen Sims' house where you're getting a lot of heavy rainfall. But nothing severe there. Maybe a few lightning strikes between Roanoke and Dickert as well. So for the most part, Randolph County looks good right now. If you're in Chambers from Lafayette all the way down to basically North Columbus and then down to Eufaula, that's where the heavy weather is for now. Now, that could change in other locations across the area before we get done with the day. But right now, this line that stretches from just south of Roanoke down to Columbus all the way to Eufaula, that is moving west. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I want to make sure you understand these storms are moving backwards today. This line is moving west, not east. Patricia's watching us this afternoon in Newell. Charlotte is in Daviston. Got a little storm going on there. Eddie Sutton's watching us this afternoon. Linda Oates says that she heard thunder in Beulah. Look, Linda, I know where Beulah's at. No need for the Opelika in parentheses. I have been to Beulah, Alabama more than once. So I know exactly where you are. Y'all had a circus down there one time. This was way, way back. No, that's a joke. But I have been to Beulah. I have been to Beulah many, many times. So, yeah, you're hearing thunder down there. That's that heavy stuff coming through southern Chambers County, down into Lee County, so be careful. Jaden's asking, is Roanoke going to get any of this? Not this particular line. That's out there right now, but understand, we could, well, actually, as I'm talking, here comes another volume scan, and we do have some convection showing up now. Let me stop this and take it current. Just north of Roanoke, all the way up to Crystal Lake. See how fast things can change in this type of environment? Folks, it's like taking a pot of water. When you're boiling water, for whatever reason, you put it on the stove and you turn it on. Now, that's like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then as that eye on that stove gets hot, 10 o'clock in the morning, the water starts to get hot. And then when it gets to that boiling point, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it starts to boil. Well, what happens when water starts to boil? You start to get steam coming off of the water. That's called condensation. And once that condensation hits that cap in the atmosphere, it's got to go somewhere. So it forms those mean-looking clouds, and then it falls back down to Earth. And that's what we're looking at. That's the type of atmosphere we have this afternoon. That heat from the sunshine is heating up the atmosphere. We're getting these thunderstorms, and they are just developing all over the place, just popping up all over the place. So The last time we looked at Roanoke, which was literally 3 minutes ago, there was nothing there. Now there is. So you see right there from Roanoke back up to Crystal Lake. Let's switch back. Let's take Birmingham next, Rad. Get a little better look into it. See there? I mean, that's not severe, but that is a respectable storm sitting right there from pretty much West Roanoke up to just north of Crystal Lake, up Highway 431, just south of Roxton. Maybe a little hail out there on 22. Maybe right around the Red Barn out there on Highway 22. The older folks know where I'm talking about. The young ones are going, what Red Barn? Broughton Ridge, you probably got some of this heavy rain. Well, you will have some of this heavy rain coming your way because this, again, folks, is moving southwest. High Shoals, Weehadkee, you don't have to worry about this storm over here in Roanoke like you normally would because this stuff is moving backwards today. Heavy shower down here around Abanda, all the way back over to Wadley, stretching down into Chambers County, Rock Fence Farm down to White Plains, 5 Points, Buffalo, Fredonia, Lafayette getting in on the action now, Casita all the way up to Highway 50, and then as we get down into Lee County, basically Beans Mill down to Salem, down to Smith Station to Columbus, and east it is storming, and all that's moving west. So Beauregard, Opelika, Auburn, Notasulga, all of this is coming your way. And then down here in Russell County, again, this is the area that the Weather Service issued the severe thunderstorm warning for about 30 minutes ago. That storm is now west of 431, moving west. So heads up, Hurtsboro. This is a nasty storm coming your way. And if you're down here in Union Springs, you got a couple small showers down there now. But this stuff just east of Hurtsboro is what's coming at you, and it means business. Look at all that lightning, would you? That is a nasty lightning output. Let me see. Hang on. Bear with me a second while I turn a few things off here so I can see. A 173 lightning strikes in this storm in the last 2 minutes. Listen to me, folks. 173 strikes in the last 2 minutes. And the majority of it is right here just to the west of 431, down here just east of Hurtsboro. That is a massive lightning show taking place down there, laying down some electricity, and unfortunately, we're probably going to have some power issues down there in that part of Russell County. All right, so I'm going to just zoom back out and show that to you while I finish looking at the board and answer your questions right quick. Okay, let's see. We've got Bob and Katie Rampy watching us in New Hope this afternoon. Yvonne Sorrells is watching us. Sharon Smith, hello from Roanoke. Heard County, Georgia's in the house. Thank you, Sherry. You're more than welcome. Sandra Cochran's watching us from Wedowee. There's Deborah Brown. Laurie Taylor's watching us from Fredonia. Dottie Lashley, you're welcome, Dottie. Cassie Core watching in Opelika. Linda says that it's thundering and dark on Highway 22 in Roanoke. Wind's getting up. Yeah, that's that storm I was just showing you. Just popped up, too. But it's below severe limits at the moment. Travis says that it's getting bad on 431 and 5 Points. No doubt. That's a nasty storm. Phyllis says that it's storming in Wadley. Daryl Tucker, thundering and rain at Smith Station. Sharon Willis, you're welcome, Sharon. Mary's watching us from Dadeville. Michael is in Heflin. Appreciate you folks up there on the north end of our coverage area, up there in Calhoun and Cleburne County. You keep us updated on what's going on up there. We're watching you. We got an eye on you. You know, our primary coverage counties are Clay, Randolph, Heard, Troup, Chambers, Tallapoosa, and Lee. Those are our core counties. But we watch all of East Alabama and West Georgia, especially if it is life-threatening weather. Heck, I've been known to cover tornadoes in Mississippi. If it's life-threatening, I'll do it. Let's see. Laurie says thundering with no rain in Wadley just yet. Now that is a few minutes old. That's about 10. That comment's about 10 minutes old, so it may be now. Darlene's in Wadley. Janet's watching us, or Janet's asking a question about Alexander City. Big question mark there. Small storm right there around Alexander City. Actually, it's to your north. It is north of 280 from about Kellyton back over to just south of Hackneyville. It's very small, and it's moving southwest. So Kellyton's probably going to see that. But again, Alexander City, just like I was telling Roanoke, you know, there's nothing happening there right now. Well, 6 minutes from now, when we get the next volume scan, you may have a big thunderstorm sitting right on top of you. That's what happened up here in Roanoke. So just understand it's that kind of day. We get these pop-up storms. They just come out of nowhere. And for the most of you, you will not see severe weather today. Even this nasty-looking line that's stretching now from about Wedowee down to Roanoke, down through Chambers and into Columbus and down to Eufaula. Other than this one piece just north of Eufaula, the rest of that line is not severe. Now, it's very heavy. It's a lot of very dangerous lightning. There are a lot of threats to life within this line, but by National Weather Service definition, we're not severe. Could that happen? Yes, we could. We could see a severe thunderstorm warning anywhere along this line, pretty much at any time this afternoon as it moves to the southwest. Don't lose sight of that. These storms are moving backwards. See there, quick storm on Louisiana. That's what I'm talking about. Carla Boyd's watching us this afternoon. Sharon says it's raining on Bud Cummins Road and the sun is still shining. I saw that in Gatlinburg the other day. We went up to Gatlinburg for a couple, 2-3 days, and it was literally pouring, and the sun was shining. Pretty weird. Yeah, I know what they say about that. Janice Bowen is watching us in Wedowee. Angie Johnson's watching us this afternoon. Bad lightning on Louisiana Road. Thundering in Wadley, Cindy Roberts. How long will this last in Phoenix City? And moving off to the southwest fairly quickly. Phoenix City, you're probably, until it's completely out of there, probably in the next 45 minutes. I think it starts to clear up in Phoenix City. But it's pretty rough down there right now. Especially back up here around Smith Station. That is some very heavy rain and some pretty good lightning output taking place there. You get out here on 280. All right, come on, computer, quit messing with me. Phoenix City's sitting about right here. Some pretty heavy rain coming in right there. Actually, Phoenix City, you're not going to see that much. I know it's raining heavy, but the lightning, the thunder and lightning, you're hearing a lot of thunder, and you're probably seeing some flashes of lightning. But all that's making ground contact back up here at Smith Station. The possible hail is up here just southwest of Smith Station, just north of Highway 80 and just northeast of 169. So Columbus, Phoenix City, while you've got some heavy rain, anything that would possibly be severe is going to be off to your west and northwest, and it's moving southwest away from you. So you're in pretty good shape, and you should get the rain out of there probably, actually, after zooming in and look at that, I would say probably 20 to 30 minutes tops. So you're probably back in the sunshine down there at Smith Station and even down into Columbus, Phoenix City area. Just started raining on the ridge. The thunder rolls on the ridge. That is Broughton Ridge here in Randolph County, Alabama. Let me zoom in on the ridge. And there it is. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 lightning strikes in the last couple of 2-3 minutes. Not a whole lot of lightning output in that storm. Maybe some pea-sized hail up around Crystal Lake. That's moving to the southwest. So you folks up here on Broughton Ridge, if you see a little small hail hitting the ground, don't be surprised. But it shouldn't last long. This is not a particularly big storm. As it moves off to the southwest, it'll continue headed back down toward Wadley. And again, that portion of the storm is well below severe limits. The heaviest of all of this is now in north central and northwest Chambers County, and then again back down here around Smith Station, and then around Hurtsboro. And Hurtsboro is winning the prize right now. That is the heaviest of all these storms this afternoon. As you can see, we have a severe thunderstorm warning there, which goes until 6:15. So that's about another 45 minutes or so. And that's going to be for this Hurtsboro storm. That's a nasty looking storm. And the lightning on that thing is just unbelievable. So that's what we're looking at, folks, this afternoon. Again, not a whole lot of severe weather, certainly not organized. And so we just happened to be sitting here and thought we'd jump in and let you know what we were looking at. And what we think is going to happen the rest of the afternoon. It's going to be a hit and miss proposition for the rest of you. If you haven't already seen a storm, there's about a 50 to 60% chance that you will. Lightning can be rough this afternoon. Wind gusts could be 30 to 40 miles per hour. But the real message here is twofold. Number one, very, very heavy rainfall. Number two, these storms are moving what? I know I'm pounding it into you, but I want to make sure you don't get caught off guard. These storms are moving backwards. They're moving from the northeast to the southwest. If you're like my daughter, that is Greek to you. You have no idea which way's north, south, east, and west. But just understand they're moving backwards from the way they normally move. So if you're in Roanoke and you normally take cover when you hear there's a storm in Wadley, that ain't going to work for you today because that storm in Wadley is going to be going away from you. You tracking? You see what I'm saying? So if you're in Roanoke and you hear of a storm in Franklin and you say, well, that one's moving away from you, it's headed toward Atlanta, I got to worry about it. You would be wrong. A storm in Franklin today will be coming toward Roanoke, backwards from the way it normally works. So there you go, folks. Thought I'd spend a few minutes with you. If we do have any severe warnings issued for any of our counties in Dr. Don's coverage area, I will be right back with you and continue coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your evening. If I don't talk to you again, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye now.